Rose on True TV 76,000. I said this last time. Shout out to Mrs. Me Too.
The reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Angel Reese is facing a tough reality. Her spotlight is fading as viewership of the league drops. What was once celebrated is now being questioned. Has her presence hurt the game more than helped it? The numbers tell a surprising story.
Americans are clearly not interested in watching pretend basketball. That's not my opinion, it's a fact.
When the new league started, expectations were very high. It was marketed as a game changer for women's basketball and began with a strong start, attracting 300,000 viewers for its first few games.
You've got to be completely honest here. It is a league first and foremost, and the most important thing is that the league long term is going to be profitable, or at least it looks like it has the potential to be. Otherwise, once that TV deal is done in 3 years, it's over. And right now, this has not been the greatest look in the world for Unrivaled.
Fans were excited to see how the league's biggest stars, like Angel Reese, would perform on this new stage. However, as the season went on, a worrying trend appeared. Viewership started to drop, especially when Reese was playing. Now, some games are barely getting 100,000 viewers when she's on the court. This raises the question, is Angel Reese not capturing the audience's attention as expected?
Journal, Unrivaled averaging 204,000 viewers to date. Monday night, there were 2 more games broadcast on TNT. The first game was between the Vinyl and the Phantom. Interesting choice of words, Phantom. It perfectly describes their ratings. Their audience is a ghost. They literally cannot find people willing to watch.
Angel Reese entered the league with high expectations, with everyone believing she'd outshine the other players and bring in ticket sales and viewership like Caitlin Clark. But it turns out, Angel hasn't had the same impact as Caitlin. Now, viewers are choosing to watch players like Kate Martin instead, and many don't even want to watch Reese.
But Angel Reese does not belong in this league. Angel Reese, this league is a paycheck for Angel Reese.
When Reese plays, the league's viewership drops sharply, suggesting her presence may not attract viewers as much as expected. While other stars in the league maintain or even increase viewership, Reese's games see a big decline. This could be due to fans expecting a more polished, dominant version of her game, or maybe the competition is revealing weaknesses that weren't as noticeable in college. Either way, the drop in numbers is a concerning sign for both Reese and the league.
Is that the Rose and Lunar Owls game had 89,000 people. There were less than 100,000 people watching this game. I mean, that is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, this was a game where Angel Reese played. She is supposed to be the biggest draw in the league.
One of the lowest points in Reese's early career in the league came when she was benched in favor of Lexi Hull, who outperformed her in several areas. The coaching staff made the bold decision to have Hull take over Reese's role. When Reese did play, her performance fell far short of expectations. She had her worst game of the season, struggling to make an impact on either end of the floor. Her usual dominance in the paint was neutralized, and her defensive mistakes were obvious. Instead of the confident, aggressive player fans were used to seeing, Reese appeared out of sync, hesitant, and sometimes completely lost. One of the lowest moments came when she was repeatedly beaten off the dribble, looking slow and unable to recover defensively. Another rough moment occurred when she missed a putback layup, with the ball hitting the bottom of the rim, quickly spreading on social media as a symbol of her struggles. These performances have only sparked more debate about whether Reese is truly a star at the professional level or just a product of hype that hasn't translated.
Like, Angel Reese played over Azare. Like, they started Angel Reese in the fourth over Azare, and look, Angel Reese had a horrific game. Like, a terrible game.
The decline in viewership when Reese plays raises a key question. Why aren't fans sticking around to watch her? One reason could be the gap between expectations and reality. Reese came into the league with a strong brand and big social media following, leading many to expect her to dominate just like she did in college. However, professional play is a whole different challenge, and her struggles against top competition have been clear. Fans who expected the same level of dominance might have been disappointed and moved on to other players. While Reese excels in the paint and is a strong rebounder, the league now values versatility, shooting, and pace, and her style of play may not be as exciting to watch. She struggled to make a consistent impact, and being benched in favor of Lexi Hull only adds to these issues. When a player once seen as a future star finds themselves on the sidelines, it can shake their confidence, and fans' interest as well. Some may see this as a sign she's struggling mentally, which can reduce the appeal of watching her play.
Unbelievable. Lexi Hull showing Angel Reese how it's done. It was an awful game for Angel Reese. Guys, she's getting worked.
The early results in the Unrivaled League have been a humbling experience for Angel Reese. The sharp drop in viewership when she plays, along with her struggles on the court, is a clear wake-up call. Whether this is just a temporary slump or a deeper reflection of her limitations remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that if Reese wants to regain her star power, she can't rely on past achievements or social media buzz alone. She needs to prove that she's more than just a name. She has to be a game-changer on the court. The Unrivaled League was meant to be a fresh start for women's basketball, but right now, for Angel Reese, it feels more like a harsh reality check. The next few games will be crucial in determining if she can turn things around, or if the league and its fans are ready to move on without her.
But Angel Reese specifically has been brutally exposed. And her own fans have stopped watching her in this thing. They have stopped watching. How do you know? 89,000 viewers last Saturday when she was on TV. 89,000!
Angel Reese wanted her moment, a signature shot to assert her authority on the game and silence her doubters. Standing confidently at the logo, she pulled up for a deep three, a move that Caitlin Clark had turned into an art form. But instead of hitting a perfect shot, the ball sailed through the air and missed badly, clanking off the rim with a thud. The crowd's reaction was telling, a collective groan. It was a defining moment, but not the one Reese had imagined.
She's incredible. She's got range that you have to pick her up basically as soon as she crosses the half court line, because she's dangerous from everywhere. Like you're watching shooting against her. Like Caitlin Clark's going to be in that conversation here for years. Not like that girl can flat out shoot.
While Reese struggled to find her rhythm, Kate Martin continued to prove she was the true breakout star of the Unrivaled League. Despite the league being full of high-profile names, Martin had quietly established herself as the most consistent and effective player. She didn't need the hype. Her game spoke for itself. Against Reese, Martin left no doubt about who the better player was. Martin was the driving force for the Laces, dominating on both ends of the floor with relentless intensity. She drained shots, dished out assists, and hustled for every loose ball. But it was her physicality that truly set the tone. When Reese drove into the lane, looking to score, Martin met her head-on, delivering an aggressive yet clean tackle that sent Reese crashing to the floor. The moment marked a symbolic shift, one player struggling to meet expectations, the other exceeding all of them. The Laces overwhelmed Reese's team from start to finish, executing with precision while exposing every weakness in their opponents. Martin's leadership was evident as she controlled the game's tempo and delivered in clutch moments. While Reese struggled to find her footing, Martin was already miles ahead, guiding her squad to yet another decisive victory. When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard told the whole story. The Laces remained undefeated, while Reese's team continued to flounder. It was clear that, so far, the only true star to emerge from the Unrivaled League was Kate Martin. She wasn't the loudest player on the court, nor did she come in with the biggest expectations, but she had proven time and again that she had the skills, toughness, and mentality to lead a team to victory.
So there's probably not one individual player that has benefited more from Unrivaled than Kate Martin. Look, Kate Martin was somebody that came into the WNBA and nobody, and I mean nobody, thought she was going to make the Las Vegas Aces roster. Like, the Las Vegas Aces drafted 3 players. Obviously, Liz Kitley was injured. Everyone thought Liz Kitley's probably going to go and make that Vegas team eventually. And a lot of people thought Deasia Fair was going to make that team. But Deasia Fair gets cut, Kate Martin makes the team, and within 5 games, she is a starter.